Alright, now this is Zoro versus Sanji. So I have three scenarios, alright? So we have the beginning, like East Blue, Zoro and Sanji fighting each other. That's scenario one. Scenario two is gonna be um Zoro and Sanji when they return to Sabaody after the time skip, and then this is current Zoro and Sanji, Egghead or however you want to look at it. This is how it is. So let me run that by you real quick. Scenario one. They're in the East Blue. So, strength goes to Zoro. Zoro was fending off all kind of niggas for like a lot longer than Sanji was. It's just what the anime shows, and that's what it is. It's fine and those stuff. Because guess what? Sanji has speed. Sanji still has better speed than Zoro does. Um, they're close, but if Sanji and Zoro are in a race, right? Um, Sanji's getting there first, especially if there's a girl there. He'll make sure he gets there first. Um, their ability goes to Zoro, however. Um, see, and this is why I say that too. Um, when he was fighting against Pearl, not even Pearl, against when Sanji was fighting against um Jean, he hit him in the leg once, and he was like, you know, balling on the ground, like, oh fuck, I think I might have, fucked my leg up, you know. But remember, this is East Blue Sanji, so he wasn't, as durable as he was. But endurance also goes to Zoro, as Zoro had to endure a lot of pain. He went against Mihawk, and then he had to fight against, Arlong Pirates. He defeated Hachi, and then went on to try to handle like Arlong. But that's the thing, one might say, but Sanji was still standing up. Well, Zoro had to endure all that fucking pain, that deep cuts that he still had from fighting against Mihawk and all that during like his fight with Hachan, and then he had to fight, hold down against Arlong for a little bit. So, you know, um, Sanji could go in and get Luffy, but Zoro is smarter than Sanji too, as he has a weakness to women, and in a big way. I said a big way, y'all, not some bullshit, y'all. I said in a big way. Anytime he sees a hot I said any woman, y'all. I said any. You guys know that. He gets like, oh no, that's a beautiful woman. I should, do anything for her. That's not right. Experience also goes to Zoro. Zoro is training as a swordsman he was the boy fucking doing stuff. He is, he was like, putting like rocks on ropes and like, training his mouth to like hold a sword. He was, fighting against Kuina, who was like the daughter of his sensei, and he was like, I want to defeat you. I trained so hard and I still can't defeat you. And she ended up dying. That was his, driving force to like keep going. Sanji, he did go through some, fucked up shit, but he didn't start fighting until he was like a bit older and shit, and he was a part of the, Baratier, getting people off of his dick and stuff. And finding people who like he believed or actually did disrespect women. But Zoro has the experience there. But close skills go to Sanji. Sanji gets up close and personal and then starts to like break people's faces with his feet. Kicks and all that extra stuff. He likes to kick the shit out of people. He has to run up on you and kick the shit out of you. That's how he gets there. Now Zoro, you can send, a little bit of like, bursts of energy. 180 caliber Phoenix and shit at people. Those are range skills. And then the sword is the extension of a body, so I can consider that range skills too. Cool. So that's Zoro. Range skill got to go to Zoro. But recoup goes to Sanji. Sanji got recoup. Sanji has recoup because every time he fights against somebody, he doesn't get as fucked up. Zoro gets fucked up bad. Because he goes with stronger opponents and stuff. More powerful opponents and shit. So a recoup for Sanji is fine. He gets a little bit of bruises or cuts or something like that. He's hacks go to Zoro though. Three sword style, and he's just a monster. He's known as a pirate hunter. He's hunting down pirates and shit to make money. Sanji is just a guy who kicks shit around and cooks. The environment goes to Zoro, as he was known in the East Blue. Like Zoro had a bounty before Luffy did. Yo. Strength or scenario one. My bad. Scenario one goes to Zoro, 8-3. Now this is midway through the series. I guess you can call this midway through the series. This is this scenario is um Zoro Zoro versus Sanji after they got back from the 2 years time skip. So the strength goes to Zoro still. Zoro's still stronger than Sanji. He stands on business better than other things. Speed goes to Sanji though. He knows Skywalk, Moonwalk, or whatever that move is now. Shade. He knows the six powers. He was in Common Kingdom like dodging like fake bitches all the time. Um, guys and shit all the time. Durability goes to Sanji now. Because at this point, Sanji has trained his body up to like take beatings and shit. So it takes a little bit to damage Sanji. However, the endurance is still Zoro. So Zoro, he might not be as durable as Sanji, but he can push through and endure in a fight. He was fighting against that octopus guy in Fishman Island, and he said, he got cut, and then like that's when Zoro like turned that shit on. He was like, he used the three sword style, Tatsumaki. He was like, he cut the shit out of that guy. He was doing steroids and drinking. He said, "This boy cut me," and I was trying to like take it easy on him, but. And Sanji was fighting against that big like other thing. But intelligence goes to Zoro still, as Sanji lost all his blood. He saw all these mermaids and he was like, because it had been so long since he seen a woman and stuff, a real woman with big titties and real body, so he was out. But experience also goes to Zoro too, as he was trained by real niggas and stuff. Called Mihawk and other things. Sanji was trained by men who like played games and shit and like fucking like were like queers and shit. Experience goes to Zoro. Close skills go to Sanji. Always. Because Sanji gets up close and personal, he kicks the shit out of people. Range skills go to Zoro. 180 caliber Phoenix, Tatsumaki, these are range skills. And the swords are such another body. It's like cool. Now Recoup goes to Sanji again. As he lost all that blood, but then he came back. And this is the thing, when Sanji usually when he comes back, he's not like hurt still. Like he's still not recovering. Anytime Zoro gets hurt, he's still like feeling all that pain that he had in the last fight. So he might be a little bit like slow at the beginning of the fight. But Sanji, when he gets his like shit back, when he has his recoup, he's already like at full health. He's ready to go. But that's just the recoup factor. Zoro has the hacks, three sword style, and he has his hockey on. The environment goes to Sanji though. Sanji I feel like he's better in like watery areas. That are like fishermen at that point in the series, or like after the time skip another city, he's just better and actually like that. But the overall power score though um is oh shit is or not overall power score. My bad. 6-5 Zoro wins. Um, so now I have the last scenario, and that is Egghead. So Zoro has that strength. He's standing on business and stuff with his captain and other things. Sanji has speed. Um, in Wano, and I like to use that because it's like close we were related to, and after. He was able to sense bitches and stuff. And he sensed a bitch's words, and he like moved to that. Like I mean, fast boy. Like not some bullshit that you think. Sanji moved fast to that shit. No boy, he moved. He got there like quick. Um, durability. goes to Sanji too. As at that point, like Queen brought out her whole fucking blade, and like that would have usually killed like or would have killed Sanji or like fucked him up so bad. But he had a Germa exoskeleton on. Now his durability really is better than Zoro's, like for real now. Like as he hit him with the fucking sword, it didn't have hockey coating on it, but he fucking broke the sword with his fucking neck, and he reshaped his face too because his face got fucked up. He was like, the endurance still goes to Zoro. Zoro had to go up on the fucking rooftop and fight against Kaido. Well, before that, he was fighting against some Skrulls to get the fuck away from them and go up to the fucking top. And he was the only person to fucking scar Kaido up on the roof. But he got fucked up by his club. So he was like, his body was all fucked up. Like he was like, I broken bones, I'm pretty sure, and all kind of stuff. So after that happened, he went back down to get healed by a chopper and said, he put him under some drugs that gave him like serotonin and dopamine and like a whole rush. So basically, he was like felt no pain and he was cool to fight. However, that did start to wear off during the fight, and he also didn't have full control over Emma, who was trying to steal his power and like fuck around. And he was like, "No, you have to listen to me. I'm your master. You are my bitch." And he had to tame Emma during the fight too. So he had to endure all this extra stuff, and he still ended up beating King. So endurance goes as well. Um, and it's a long drawn out fight and shit for Zoro. Um, Intelligence goes to Zoro too. Um, and he didn't get tricked by any women or anything, or not even guys either. Because Apu even tried to play games with him. I have the drugs that I can like, or the cure for like the plague bullets, because people were turning to ice owners, and he was like, man, that boy's gonna try to like fuck people up. We ain't playing games anymore. We need that, to like get people right, turn them back into humans and shit. And he like cut him down real quick because he was trying to fuck around and stuff. Zoro also has more experience as well, and three sword style, and then the Conquer Hockey come out at that point too. Cool. He he's on levels with like, man, he can fight against some admirals now by himself. That's what I think. For some time. And then close skills go to Sanji. As he still has to run up on people and kick the shit out of him. He learned um, Ifrit Jambe, Blue Flames. He took that, Diablo Jambe, he took it up a notch. He said, "Who?" And he got rid of Queen real quick. That fat fuck who had durability too, but he was like, like get the fuck. Close skills go to Sandy, but range skills still go to Zoro. He was hitting projectiles and all that stuff. He had to like throw, these, 180 caliber phoenixes and cut through these dragons and shit that were like summoned by King. And he was like, yo, like, that episode, King of Hell Zoro comes through. That Conqueror's Hockey was used during that fight too. Riku goes to Sanji still though. Like I said in the other scenario, it's still the same. Another thing. Hacks go to Zoro. And then like the environment goes to Zoro too. Whether that be Egghead or Wano. Especially if it's in Wano, because that nigga knows sword skills and respecting of the sword and other things, because that's treating with sword and all that shit. But in this scenario, it's like 7-4 is Zoro. So basically, Zoro wins every time. The closest they were together was when they came back from the time skip, is what I seen. That's how I analyzed it, y'all. With the Zoro versus Sandy shit. When they came back to Sabaody and shit, that's when they were like the closest match. After that, though, Zoro just, they both are progressing, but Zoro's progressing at a much quicker rate. So Zoro wins that. Like it or hate it, that's how it has to be. But stay cool, call on the corner. Sandy fans, this will be alright.